Hello, I'm Carol Torian with Drinking Gourd Gallery. Welcome to our Keep Cool Hand Fan Workshop. This workshop is being offered as part of the M is for Menopause Baby art exhibition that is currently on view at Rocky Mount Mills in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. The goal of the exhibition is to raise awareness about menopause and to challenge the myths, stereotypes, and stigma that surround the menopausal journey. Hot flashes are common during menopause, and we thought it would be nice to show people how to create a hand fan to cool down. This is also a really great project if you are a teacher and want to do something fun with your students, or if you're getting together with friends and want to do a group activity. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a paddle fan, which is a non-bending fan, and a cockade fan, which opens into a complete circle and has handles. Before we get started, I want to share a little information about hand fans. Hand fans have a rich and diverse history, dating back thousands of years. They were originally developed in various cultures around the world as essential tools for cooling in hot climates. The use of hand fans can be traced to ancient civilizations such as the Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans, who used various materials like papyrus, feathers, or leaves to create these early versions. The popularity of hand fans spread across Asia, where they became not only practical cooling devices, but also symbols of social status and artistry. During the Renaissance in Europe, hand fans gained widespread popularity and became a fashion accessory that was often adorned with intricate paintings and delicate designs. Hand fans also have a long history in Africa, dating back to ancient times. The use of fans made from natural materials like palm leaves, animal hides, and woven reeds can be traced to pre-colonial African civilizations. Hand fans have been integral to the cultural and religious practices in many African communities. They are used in ceremonies, rituals, and dances to symbolize important aspects of life, such as fertility, spirituality, and communal unity. Over time, all around the world, hand fans have evolved into various types, reflecting the culture and craftsmanship of their regions. Today, hand fans remain a very important part of culture, fashion, and art, both for their functional use and their aesthetic appeal. So again, today we're going to be making a paddle fan and a cockade fan. And I will be listing the supplies that are needed to make these fans on the Drinking Gourd Gallery website in our classes section. And the website address is dggallerync.com. So let's begin. So this is an example of the cockade fan that we're going to be making. Move this out of the way. And this is an example of the paddle fan that we'll be making. And you can use either side, it's two-sided. So I'm using this embroidery hoop, the inner circle, to make the circle design or circle shape for this fan. This is 8 inches. So you're just going to trace around the outside. And there you have that. I got a little bit off on it, but that's okay. So now I'm going to cut out this circle. And you can make any shape. Excuse me, you can make any shape. I've just chosen a circle. And if it's not quite perfect, it's okay. I also like to keep my scraps of paper because you never know when you might want to do another project that requires smaller pieces of paper. You can also use cardstock in place of this chipboard that I'm using. I like chipboard because it's a little bit sturdier than the cardstock. So next I'm going to create the circles for the two pieces of paper that will sort of sandwich that chipboard. And I turn it over and do my circle tracing on the back side. That way you can't see the pencil marks when you cut it out. This paper size is 12 inches by 12 inches. I got these sheets pre-cut, but you can cut your own if you want. And again, same thing, just cutting them out. This paper is also paper that you can just mat and frame. It's very pretty. The designs are really nice. So they would look great just framed. That's our first piece. I'm working on our second piece now. All right, the second piece. So now I'm going to put them together to see if I got the shapes but relatively right. And I did, so good. All right, so this is going to be one side and this will be the other side. And we put some glue, some crafter's glue on each side. So I put it all around, and then I put some here. I think that should be enough. Place this down. And then smooth it over with your hand. And then we're going to add our handle. About like that. Turn it over. And I'm going to put a little bit of tape on this just so it doesn't move when I turn it over. And I'm going to use more tape on the back to take down the handle. You can also use some glue on the handle if you want. All right, and now I'm going to put more of this glue on this side, this paper. And again, you're placing it as well as you can. And you're smoothing it with your hands. And that is our paddle fan. So I think it turned out really well. Now we're going to work on our cockade fan. And for this fan, I have different pieces of paper, some roses, and then a lighter colored complementary piece. And the rose piece is going to go in the center, and then these two pieces will be the outer pieces. So I'll start by showing you how I fold the paper. I fold it in half. And I want to get a really good crease because these creases will be my fold lines. And I actually came across this old magnet that works well for sort of making a good crease. But again, you can just use your hand. If you'd rather measure it out, you can with a level. And if you do that, these areas are about 3/4 of an inch wide. Then, once you have done all your folding, you open it back up because again, the lines that we created, sort of accordion fold, this is what we're going to use to make our fan section. This, again, using the fold lines that we made. It'd be nice to have some soothing music going in the background as you're doing this, whatever's your favorite. So now that we've got this section ready, we will need to fold it in half. It's pretty good. And again, I'm going to do the same thing with this next sheet. Fold it in half. And this is a heavier weight paper that I'm using. Someone asked me if you could make these and sell them, and you can. It might be nice for weddings or baby showers or birthday parties, any kind of special event. And just like before, we have gotten our fold lines. So we're just going to make our accordion pieces. And just like before, we'll fold it in half, matching up the ends. Right. So we have those two, and make our final one. And after the third one, you will be a pro at making this fan. So once I finish this one, I'm going to glue the sections together. You can also frame these fans. You have a nice shadow box frame. Get those at the craft stores. That can also make a really nice gift for someone. And going to fold it in half, just like the others. Now that I have all my 3 sections, I'm going to start gluing them together. You first have to glue the center sections of your pieces together. So you put a bit of this crafter's tape on it, put it on both sides. And you want to line these up best you can so they come together. And you're going to do the same thing with this one. And then same thing with this last one. And after you have glued your sections together, you can actually let them sit a little while. Make sure the glue is dry. Not very long. But for our purposes here, I'm just going to go ahead and continue with my gluing. So the next thing, we are going to glue these three sections together. And press them together just to make sure the glue is going to hold. Then you do your next side. And this side. A little bit off there. All right, and now you have it. It's all put together. You can use the fan just like this as a sort of a half circle if you want. So you don't have to put the handles on. I'm gonna let that just sit for a little bit. And I'm going to show you how to make a piece that will keep the handles together, or keep the fan closed. And this is something very simple. It's just a button. You can use either side. I like the 2-hole button. You could get another type if you want. This is about a 6 to 6.5 inch piece of elastic beading cord. And you're just going to put that through that. Or if you want to use the other side, actually what we'll do is we'll take this out. We'll use the plain side of the button. Might be more complimentary for this fan. This is super simple. You're just going to tie a knot on the end. like that. So it's a little stretchy there, and that's going to go around your fan. So if you don't want to put your handles on, you could use it in this way. And it would look like that. But we're going to put handles on this fan. And there's also the back side of the fan. I can show you that. So it's pretty on either side. So for the handles of this fan, I use bamboo knitting needles. I like the way that they look. And you can use this, more of this crafter's tape on each side. And then you stick your needles in. I'm going to try to get them lined up as you can. It might be a little tricky. I think that's probably going to be about the best that I can get it. And then press it together. And you'll press it together on this side. And then that's how it looks. You can take some, if you have some transparent tape, you can put that over it as well to keep these sections closed, kind of hide the bamboo. So I'm going to do that. And also, there's a lot of really pretty decorative tape on the market these days that you could use if you wanted to. But I just like the clear tape because it doesn't really show that part. All right, and there's your fan. Now, with this fan, and sometimes the center section will want to fold a little bit. So to prevent that from happening, you can use some more of the this elastic, beading cord elastic. To hold it together. And I'm using this tapestry needle to bring it through. And to create a V shape. And then on the back side, what I will do is make a few knots. And that'll help to stabilize it so that it's not going to move when you fan with it. Make this into a nice bow, or you could cut it closer. I like to cut it closer. A few knots, a few more knots on it. And there you have it. So that's the back side of the fan. And then this is the front side. Move these things out of the way. Hard to get it all into the frame. So I hope you have enjoyed this workshop and that you will make your own fans and share this video with friends and family. And the video will be posted on the Drinking Gourd website and also on YouTube. And be sure to leave us some comments, like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Thanks so much.